Ladies with gentle hands, welcome to the video today. I am reviewing my own platinum trophy list. If you are a subscriber of the channel, you'll know that every single week without fail, I review my subscribers' platinum trophy lists, but I'm on holiday, unfortunately for you guys. So what I'm doing is I'm reviewing my own platinum trophy list. I've done videos like this in the past where I've delved a little bit deeper into them, talked about my list as a whole and, you know, about the games and things like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it very much like the live stream. So I'm going to go over to PlayStation profiles and just take a look alphabetically about my platinum hunting journey. Of course, if you do want to catch this on a live stream, check the live tab on the channel, turn notifications on. Every single Wednesday, I tend to do the live stream. Maybe it goes out by a day or two, depending on what I'm doing. But yeah, if you want to get your list submitted as well, you can join the Discord. It will be in the description of this video. I'll leave it as a pinned comment in the comment area. And if you don't have Discord, then make sure that you just drop a comment of your PlayStation username or PlayStation profile's name, and I can review your PlayStation account once I get to it, because there's quite a big waiting list as well, so make sure you get submitted. And I also do take submissions for like Steam achievements and Xbox 100%, so if you've got like the relevant link, send them over. We don't discriminate. But without further ado, let's jump into my platinum trophy list. All right then, so I am a level 542. I've got 215 platinum trophies, and shout out to the Trophy Hoarders podcast. If you're not listening, you should be listening already. It's a fortnightly podcast run by me and Castromo. I've got 461 games played, 162 completed, and a 54.54 completion rate. Of course, on the right hand side, yeah, okay, you got me. There is one game that is flagged. I didn't do it, right? I joined the lobby and somebody like hacked the game, right? That's the reason for that, because there's an unobtainable trophy in Black Ops 2. Anyway, enough of that. Starting things off then, I've got 36 Fragments of Midnight, and this game took me way longer than it needed to. I was just really bad at it. The story behind this one was I was trying to get 10 platinums in 24 hours, and basically one of the games I picked, I was just not good enough to do. It was like a platformer, so I substituted it out for this one because it was in theory like an hour to get the platinum. As you can see, it's a 3 out of 10 difficulty. And yeah, I didn't complete the challenge, unfortunately, but I did start this game. So I didn't start this game in the 24-hour challenge, I should say, but I did buy it, so I was like, I may as well just play it and get the platinum trophy. But it's fairly straightforward. It's just like a bit of a platformer game. Next up, this is a really bad start. At least these games, right? At least A Day Without Me, I've not actually seen many people with. It is a grubby shovelware, whatever you want to call it, 84%. It interested me though because it looked like kind of Minecraft, but like a horror Minecraft, you could argue. But yeah, it was just unfortunately really quick to get. But moving on to some better games now, thankfully. I don't trust me, the list will get better, I hope. We've got A Plague Tale Innocence. I actually went back to get this platinum trophy. I originally played the game, thought it was okay, but didn't do sort of like the missables and collectibles, things like that. Definitely a good like platinum and also game to get. I do need to play the second one though, and I'm assuming it's going to have a similar trophy list when I get around to doing that one there. We've got A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead. Quite an underrated horror game, I think. I know a lot of people don't really vibe with it, but for what it is, I think it's quite a good horror game. It's a 1.70 rarity, 4 out of 10, 18 hours to complete. And I do want to just say for context as well, everybody, these percentages that you are seeing are directly from PlayStation. So it's like true to the source. It's not PlayStation Profiles rarity. Obviously, some of these rarities are going to be a lot higher if they've got the PlayStation Profiles percent, but I've got the actual Sony percentage there because it makes things look a lot better than they are. But yeah, A Quiet Place, really fun game. I would definitely recommend it. There are a lot of collectibles in it, but it's not the worst in the world. A couple of speedrun trophies. I enjoyed my time with it. Thought it was a decent little game. We've got A Way Out next as well. Everybody knows this by now. It's a good co-op game, and yeah, I really enjoyed the time that I had playing this game. It was really good fun, especially like the ending as well. I was like, wait, what? Alien Isolation up next as well. 4 out of 10, 25 hours, 0.9%. I'm not comparing it to A Quiet Place, but A Quiet Place has a very similar like tether mechanic. It's not as smart as the Alien and Alien Isolation, but it's a similar thing. You're being like stalked by something. Fantastic game. Took me a while to do because playing it on hard and also playing the game without dying is a difficult task to do. But I was watching Sandwiches play it. He was doing like the permadeath nightmare run, and Yeah. um, Watching that man continuously repeat the game on like a harder difficulty than hard, I thought I can do this, and I basically just from watching his streams, you almost become a student of the art of how to beat the game. So I was like, right, I can do this. I can beat the game. Amanda the Adventurer, really fun game. Again, another game that was part of my 10 Platinums in 24 hours charity live stream. 17%. The PlayStation 4 version was bugged for some reason. It like showed up on my trophy list, but I messaged the devs and they actually fixed it. So shout out to them. I think there was talks of a second game of this happening, but honestly, chat, it's like Dora the Explorer, like a children's kind of fucking weird, just weird child TV show is the best way to describe it, and it just turns on its head and becomes a horror game. Quite interesting. 45 minutes. You could probably do it in less or more if you take your time, but I was obviously in a time constraint. Amber Alert, members of the channel have a live stream of this up. It was part of my Twitch Tuesdays. I do stream on Twitch every Tuesday as well, mainly on YouTube though, so make sure you drop me a follow over there. This game was interesting. It's a horror game, and you're I don't know how to describe it in the sense of like it's like a body cam horror, but obviously it's just first person horror, so it's not the I don't know why it's described as body cam, but essentially it's like very, very difficult to complete. The enemies will like jump out at you, sort of jump out of nowhere. So you're going to die quite a lot. I think it took me like 70 attempts to get the platinum, just of like thinking you're going to get very far and then dying. There's a YouTube short on the channel as well, just to kind of sum up my experience. Overall, it was quite a fun game, quite a challenging game. But if you're very good at it, you could probably get the platinum in maybe 30 minutes. Like it doesn't have a very long run time, but it's just like heavily RNG dependent of whether you're going to get a good run, and obviously if you get one-shotted by the enemy. So it's a good fun little challenge and a nice rarity there. I don't think there's going to be any guides on it. To my knowledge as well, this was like a Steam game from like many, many moons ago, and it's got a PS5 port, which is awesome. And there's a sequel apparently that when you complete the game, it says there'll be a sequel. But next up, we've got Amnesia the Bunker. Never played an Amnesia game, I don't think. I kind of think of Amnesia games of that like weird PewDiePie era when like he was playing Amnesia, Slenderman, things like that. So I thought, I know this wasn't the one that he played back in the day, but I know of the series because of him. So I thought, let me play the Bunker. It seems like one of the easier platinums to get and one of the rarer ones. It was okay. Did it in 8 hours, so I actually beat it ahead of the time recommended on the guide there. But yeah, it was an okay game. I don't know if I'd say go for it. If you're into horror games, then yeah, but there was a couple of trophies that were like a little bit RNG dependent, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It was an okay game. We've got arcade series Pac-Man. I did this as part of my YouTube challenge video of I got a platinum in every genre. Check the channel out if you want to watch that. I got a platinum in every genre. I was the first person on YouTube to do it. I know some people have been doing it since, which is awesome to see the kind of challenge go out to other people. But yeah, 1%, so it's really good in terms of rarity. I suck at arcade games, so it did take me a minute to get used to, but I'm sure if you're good at them, it will take you not too long. Assassin's Creed then. Assassin's Creed Mirage, absolutely okay game, nothing special. Wasn't my favorite. It kind of went back to like the roots of like more traditional linear stuff. Was okay. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I liked it. I liked it. 70 hours. It is a big game. I think discovering the entire map is not like it's one of the longer trophies just because you have to see everywhere and you don't know necessarily where you've seen. But yeah, I enjoyed Odyssey. I do think that my favorite from this modern sort of era of Assassin's Creed games will be Origins. To keep it a buck 50, that's the one that I'd recommend to people, despite it being the oldest, like 2018 it came out or 2017. Fantastic game. Honestly, my favorite of the modern styled Assassin's Creed games. Assassin's Creed Shadows as well. Oh, it's got a DLC trophy. When did that happen? I did not like this game. This was just not worth it. Like there was like a seasonal trophy as well, not like battle pass season, but like basically there's an in-game weather system and you have to wait until certain seasons in the game to get like animals which are part of the collectibles, let's say. And I literally I needed to get an animal that was in winter and I just missed it. So then I had to wait for the entire cycle to go around again just for a trophy. I think I spent about 2 or 3 hours just walking up and down to like push like the cycle change. Again, Assassin's Creed Shadows, it was just, I don't know, it didn't do anything extraordinary. The story was quite like like choppy. Just it was, I don't know, it was bad. Moving on. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I said I'd never get this platinum. Then we was talking about it in one of my live streams, and I thought, screw it, I'm gonna go back and get it. I actually enjoyed Valhalla. I know that it's a long game, 100 hours. Like I think I was probably just getting collectibles for maybe 20 to 30 hours. Some of the collectibles can be annoying. I get it. But I just did it. I played the game. I think I put about like 60 hours into the like base game, right? And I enjoyed it, and I was like, okay, great, like this is like a good enough game. And I wasn't really into trophy hunting too much, and then like the collectibles, I tried to do a few, and they're a bit confusing, which put me off. But I was like, fine, I'll leave it. Good game though. I think especially if you're into like Vikings and stuff. We got Astrobot and Astro's Playroom, two games that, of course, if you don't have by now, you should probably get them. It always shocks me that Astro's Playroom, more people don't have it because it's so easy to get. But both great games. We got Back 4 Blood up next, coming in at a 9 out of 10 and 100 hours. One of them is a partial auto pop, I will be honest with you, but the PS5 one was done completely legit. I did it like 2 years after launch. When it launched, it was rubbish. They updated it. They basically made it a lot easier to play, and I just ran through it with a group of buddies, and it was pretty easy. Is it a 9 out of 10? I don't think so. If you've got a competent squad, probably a 5 or 6 out of 10. I think that's probably more so the rating is for the DLC, because I think that's quite brutal there, so it's a little bit misleading. We got Back to the Future, the game. Again, another video that I did, getting all of the delisted Telltale Platinums. I didn't really enjoy this one. It was 60 trophies. It was just an awful slog, I thought. And I like Telltale games. Speaking of, we got the 2 Batman games there. Brilliant. If you've not played them, if you like Batman, it's good stuff. Battlefield 1, 4, Hardline, and 5. Again, fairly somewhat difficult, not too difficult. Again, shout out to Castromo, my co-host of the Trophy Holders podcast. He helped me boost pretty much all of these. I just worked my way through them, which was, when I did it as well, it was like Battlefield 4, Hardline 1, then 5, so I did it in order on my PlayStation account. Of course, this is an alphabetical order. But yeah, great games. I think Battlefield 1 was the one that I enjoyed the most when going back to play it, like in terms of like just grinding the multiplayer and stuff. But 5 had a couple of challenging trophies, especially like destroying the AA guns when you're in a plane. That was brutal, and trying to like match up with Castrova was a bit awkward to like matchmake the servers. Bunny Raiders, this game just sucked categorically. I did not like this one bit. Just the boss fights take so long to get to, and then you don't even know how to beat it. COD Classic, video on the channel if you want to watch me suffer for about 40 minutes. I think 30 or 40 minutes, I think the video is. 8 out of 10. I would probably argue it could be a 9 out of 10, to be honest with you. 20 hours to do. The veteran run on that is no joke. There's no health regen. That pretty much says it all. And Pavlov's house. That is not a fun mission. COD Advanced Warfare. I can't believe it's like one of the rarer CODs as well, which is absolutely disgusting because it is not that difficult to get. The only thing that's going to hold you up is like the survival mode thing, but if you've got a friend that has the map already unlocked, shout out to Flashy, one of the VIPs of my channel and members of the community. He already had like the map unlocked, so I just joined his lobby and it was done. We got Call of Duty Black Ops, the OG, 7 out of 10 difficulty, 20 hours, 0.30% rarity. Really enjoyable. I went back when I got into streaming this time last year, actually. I had some of my first donations as well, which was absolutely amazing. I can't believe people donate money as well. You're way too kind. But yeah, that was one of the ones I did on stream, and it was fantastic revisiting that after 13 years. Black Ops 6 as well. This was an absolute grind fest. What is the like rating of this? I don't think it's that difficult. I'd say maybe a 4 out of 10. Yeah, 4 out of 10, 80 hours. Where that's really going to get you is just grinding the augmentations for COD Zombies. Absolute nightmare. Just do it with double XP weekend. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Not much to say on that. Fantastic game. It's crazy that we're now living, or Black Ops 2 storyline is now in the past of where we are in real life in 2025. But yeah, as I said, I joined the lobby and somebody hacked in a trophy, so you know, it is what it is there. Call of Duty Ghosts up next as well. Did this again with members of my community. If you want to join that, join the Discord, it's in the description. 0.30% rarity, extinction mode, that was the hold up on that one. I did everything else bar extinction just from how much it sucks, but finally after many tries we got it. COD Modern Warfare as well. Probably the easiest Call of Duty you're ever going to get a platinum for. 10 hours, 3 out of 10, 0.30% rarity, ultra rare, or whatever you want to say, very rare. I don't know the difference, but yeah, good game, really, really enjoyable. Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered, good stuff there. I want to go back and do the OG Modern Warfare 2 and then also Modern Warfare 3 at some point. It's just doing the Spec Ops stuff because I'm a little bit scared of it. Then we got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, like the soft reboot, so the sequel to the Modern Warfare reboot. It was okay. It was okay. 0.10% rarity there, and then the trophies as well for the DLC is where it gets disgusting because Modern Warfare 3 and then also Black Ops 6 feed into that trophy list. You can see 108 trophies there, so it's one of those games where like the newer games don't get platinums anymore. We've got COD Modern Warfare Remastered, 0.80%, 5 out of 10. Mile High Club isn't that difficult, and I would take it to the grave. I don't know why that is so difficult or rated so highly. It's pretty easy to do. You probably get it within an hour of just repetition, maybe 30 minutes. Maybe if you've never played a first-person shooter, it would be difficult, but as someone that's well-versed in it, you've got this. Call of Duty Vanguard, 0.5%, 50 hours, 5 out of 10. Okay game, kind of like the story. The one mission that got me was like sneaking through the warehouse undetected and killing every enemy. You was playing as the lady in that one. I can't remember her name, but yeah, that mission was brutal. Call of Duty World at War, got that platinum in 14 years. Wow, I didn't realize I popped the trophy in that. 8 out of 10, 25 hours. I would say this was easier than COD Classic, but there were some like honorable moments on this. I've got streams on the channel from a year ago, pretty much to get that. Call of Duty World War 2 as well, 0.10%, 6 out of 10, 70 hours. This was just the zombies on this was by far the worst bit. There was so many zombies trophies like to get, and you had to do the Easter eggs. Like me and Castroma were there for about 3 hours just trying to do an Easter egg. It was absolutely crazy. We got Counter-Strike Global Offense as well. It's like a shout out episode to Castroma here. I saw his video on this and I was like, right, I didn't know this existed until you got it. So literally straight after he uploaded, I got the game and got the trophy for it. Creepy Tales from Other Place, one of the games they did in 24-hour live stream. Pretty fun actually, pretty fun game. It's an entire series, so there's more of these. I've not played them, but I'd definitely be interested in exploring them. We've got Crisis 1, 2, and 3. I still can't tell you what happens in this franchise. I think the first one was revolutionary for when it came out. That's when I played it. Going back and revisiting them, they don't run the best. Pretty rare rarities though. You can normally pick them up in a bundle on the store, but I don't know if it's worth the suffering, to be honest with you, because they're not that great. DC League of Super Pets, we've got a double stack there of me playing that. It's a pretty chilled out game, so it's at 10%. It's a kid's game, but it's a pretty chilled one. I played that in between one of the more brutal games that I played. We got Dead Island 2. I liked the game, but I wasn't a fan of like the platinum journey of it. I thought the platinum journey was pretty shit. And even the story of it, like the way that it ends, I was like, really? Like it just felt like I don't know, like if you can get a platinum trophy in 20 hours for like a game that you think would be a lot longer, maybe like 30 hours, if they added like a little bit longer to the game, it probably would have been better and like in line with my expectations. But I just thought the story of it was like, I don't know, I just wasn't satisfied with the ending, unfortunately. But next up we got Deadpool as well. I did a Deadpool challenge on this one for in line with the film, so I completed the very last mission of the game to get, there's basically a trophy, Suck It Wolverine, and you need to complete the last level without dying. I cranked up the difficulty to like Ultra Nightmare or something, like the hardest difficulty, and did that without dying. It took me probably about a couple of weeks to like perfect the run. When I was first trying to do it, it was taking me hours, and then not a speed run, but I managed to get it down to like 30 or 40 minutes like to get the entire level in the platinum. Again, there's a video on the channel if you're interested to see one of my first video or early videos where things were just so bad. But we got Deliver Us Mars and Deliver Us Moon. I preferred Deliver Us Moon so much more to Mars. I just didn't really vibe with the second one. It's one of those ones where the sequel is just never as good. But the first one was decent, I thought. And we got Demon Slayer. I love this game, right? 2% rarity. I absolutely love this game. It was like a bit of a challenge to get like the S ranks because it's a fighting game, but it kind of like blended in some like little open world elements, some like collectible stuff. Like it was a really, really good game. And there's a sequel coming out in August as well, which I'm absolutely buzzing for. So I'll probably have to pick that up and play it on stream at some point, but absolutely fantastic game. I wish more anime games were like this. I think potentially either One Piece or some of the Naruto games do play like this. But like the Jujutsu Kaisen game that came out, if only it was like made like this Demon Slayer game, that could have been perfect. Detroit Become Human. I always sing the praises for this game. I love games like this with like the butterfly effect. Fantastic. If you've not played it, I would recommend going for it. It's super rare to get. 20 hours, 3 out of 10. Not the worst in the world. A little bit repetitive though, because you do have to get like multiple kind of like story branches, but I enjoyed it when I did it. Devil Inside Us, Roots of Evil. Again, another game from the 24-hour stream. And yeah, this game absolutely sucked. It was just a horror game, but it was so dark you couldn't even see at points, and I was up against a stopwatch and I'm like, I can't see, where am I going? And also Doctor Who The Lonely Assassins, another game in the 24-hour live stream, one of the ones that I enjoyed a bit more. It was pretty fun. It was like a text-based game in a way, which was pretty cool. We got Dodgeball Academia as well. Really interesting concept, kind of like a turn-based RPG, but it's like sports. Interesting is the word I'd go for it. Fairly straightforward platinum if you follow a guide. Didn't really enjoy it too much though, unfortunately. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. 1 out of 10, 15 hours. It's okay. It's okay. You can do it in, well, I did it in 6 hours, so you can speed run it. I feel like once you know the concept of it, it just ruins it, if that makes sense. But we've got Donut County as well. Fantastic little game, easy platinum, quite high on the platinum rarity, but I would say it's one of the ones that is just a chilled out game if you wanted to play it. Got Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection. Oh, what a game. Throwback to my childhood, that one. Absolutely loved every second of it. Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. I didn't realize this game existed until like, well, this year pretty much. And it was my 200th platinum, I'm pretty sure. My 200th platinum that I got. So it was like a nice milestone. Super rare to get. And I don't think the difficulty's too high. I think, oh, I don't know. It doesn't actually have a difficulty, to be fair. I'd say maybe it was like a 5 or 6. Like some of the fights were brutal that you had to do and you just had to grind it out, but it was like worth it. We got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot as well. Fantastic game. Basically, as a kid, I always dreamed of having a game that looked this good and played this good. Really, really fun if you love Dragon Ball and just want to relive that sort of original story. Or Dragon Ball Z, sorry, the sort of like the 3 or 4 starter trilogies there. And it's also got DLC for the newer stuff. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, kind of like a spiritual successor to the Budokai series. It's like Budokai 4, technically. Whole lot of hype, and it was just okay. It was like, personally, it was just okay. I don't know, it's great that we've got the game. I'm grateful for the game, but it's like, I don't know, sometimes you just don't mess with nostalgia, you know what I mean? Just give me another Budokai HD collection on PS4 and 5. I'll take that. Dying Light as well, fantastic game there. 0.8%, 5 out of 10, 50 hours. Like chef's kiss. Like when it comes to zombie games, probably one of the best ones there is. Like it's just so good, man. The blend of parkour is just amazing. EA Sports FC 24, 0.10%, 80 hours, 4 out of 10. Yeah, it's a FIFA game. It's a sports game. Not too much on it. It was just the online trophies that were a bit annoying to do. Like in pro clubs, you had to get to the elite division, which was really, really difficult. You basically couldn't lose a game. You had to win like, was it 5 games or like 6 or 7? I don't know. You had to win a lot of games in a row, and then you had to win the playoffs after that. Absolute nightmare, but glad that one was done. Did that one with my mates. We got Etherborn as well. A really interesting puzzle game. I would actually recommend this one again. Part of the 24-hour live stream. Yeah, really fun puzzle game, that one. Far Cry 3 Classic Edition. I do need to go back and do the OG on my PS3 because I'm like 60 or 70% of trophies. Unfortunately, if you've never played this, I would recommend it. But if you've played it on PS3 or 360, I wouldn't really recommend going back to this Classic Edition unless you've got a real itch for it. It hasn't aged well, is probably the best thing I'd say with that one. I would welcome a remake though of it. That'd be pretty cool. But we've got Far Cry 4, 5, and 6. Again, pretty much generic Ubisoft games there. Not the most difficult platinum trophies to get. And yeah, I've got Assassin's Creed, Far Cry. I've got a bit of a sweet spot for them. I think they're good games. Fast and Furious, Spy Racers. This game was absolute trash. You actually need 2 controllers in order to get the platinum as well, because you need to play against the like local co-op. FIFA 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 22, and 23. Just soak in those rarities there, 0.20%, 0.10s. FIFA 19 was a 9 out of 10. Damn, I didn't realize it was that difficult. Maybe I'm good at trophy hunting. But yeah, I put a lot of time into the FIFA games, or I did when I was a lot younger. So getting those platinums, it wasn't too difficult for me to clean up. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm a football fan. Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3. I'm currently working on Final Fantasy 4 at the minute, and I'm actually really enjoying that one. As somebody that's never played the sort of like original pixel remaster, I'll call them, like the OG games. It's been really cool to go through and play them. I'm more of a modern Final Fantasy player, so I've got the platinums in 15 and 16. I'm a big lover of Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Rebirth, and Crisis Core. Sadly, I don't have the platinums, but it's something that I would strive to maybe get one day, but they're kind of like a bit too difficult for me just because I'm a bit of a noob, but I'll try and get there one day. Football Manager 23 and 24. Wow, 24's rarity is pretty good. Maybe because that was on PlayStation Plus. But yeah, again, pretty standard games. Takes a little bit of grinding to get a platinum, but if you're into your football managers, enjoyable. Unpopular opinion, I actually prefer playing Football Manager on mobile. If you've got Netflix, you can get it for free through Netflix as like one of the games they do. And yeah, I just prefer playing it on mobile. It's so much more simplified. I don't really like the complex stuff too much, and that's unpopular. Furry Hentai, I basically got this game because it was my moderator, Bomb Chop. Shout out to you, buddy. And also check him out. He does platinum list reviews like this of subscribers. You may see yourself on his. He loves this game so much. I'm joking. I don't know why, but it was a gag that I just agreed to do it on a stream. I think maybe I lost the challenge or something, but yeah, it was just the name that was quite funny. Game of Thrones, Telltale game, fumbled the bag. Could have done so much better. Ghost of Tsushima, fantastic game, platinum trophy, bit too long for me. It was just a bit of a boring grind, but fantastic game. Looking forward to the sequel. Goat Sim 1 and also 3. There's no 2, which is just funny. Goat Sim 3, I had like a glitch trophy in that one for me, but if you joined, it was like getting the movies, like playing them. I just joined Somebody's Wild and then it worked. But yeah, like fairly straightforward games. Flappy Goat on that is obviously the hold up. Gotham Knights gets a lot of stick. There's probably a pun there with Nightwing, but I can't think of one. Yeah, it gets a lot of stick, gets a lot of hate, some of it justified, some of it a bit too harsh. I did it solo and didn't hate myself, like it was okay to do, obviously a bit of a grind. I can imagine if you're playing with friends, it's pretty fun, but the combat on it was pretty decent as well. If you're looking for like a good fighting game, I would say that kind of scratches an itch, especially in the Batman universe. We've got GTA 5. Oh boy, that was an absolute grind to get. 0.10%, 200 hours, 4 out of 10. Just, yeah, don't want to speak too much about that. Great game, but like I think it was like 700 or 800 hours into the PS4 version, I'm pretty sure. It was just basically what me and my friends always used to play with, like playlists, some good times. But we got Halloween Puzzle up next. Again, fairly low-ish to mid percentage there, and you can get it pretty quickly. Hannah Montana the movie, I've got a video on my channel of this if you want to see me dressed up as Hannah Montana. Fantastic video, there's even some singing. But yeah, it's kind of like one of those PlayStation 3 games that like a lot of people, it's like got a higher percentage. But yeah, fairly straightforward to do. Helldivers 2, Chef's Kiss, amazing game. I left it until like basically a year after release to get the platinum. I had it at launch, but I just didn't really chase the like platinum as much, and you'll know that you have to upgrade the ship, and it just took me absolutely ages to get it. Hello Neighbor 2, decent. Actually, no, not decent. I didn't like that. I don't know why I'm saying decent. It's my list. I can be objective here. It was just a mid game. It was not really worth it in my opinion. Hentai versus Evil, another one of those. Just it's got a funny name there. Just being hentai is basically inappropriate things, but it's somewhat enjoyable game. Just mindless fun, I would say. High on Life, really fun game. Would recommend this one. So happy that it's got a sequel as well. Definitely give it a try. Collectibles on it and the way that you fast travel, a little bit annoying, but hopefully they tweak it in the next one. Hogwarts Legacy, I always say this, it just lacks substance. It could have been so much more, and the platinum is way too much of a grind that I would ever recommend. Like, just I'd probably avoid Hogwarts Legacy. House Flipper, again, a pretty chilled out game. You're just flipping houses, doing renovations and stuff. Pretty fun, chilled out game to do. I Am Dead, very forgettable. It's kind of like a puzzle game, kind of awkward to do. Didn't really enjoy my overall time with it. In the Rays of Light, a very interesting game made by one guy, I'm pretty sure. Again, part of that 24-hour live stream that I did. Could you tell that I did a 24-hour live stream? Who would have thought? It was like a year ago as well. But yeah, pretty enjoyable. One critique, there was like one section where you're in darkness and you literally just couldn't see, so it was a bit awkward. But I guess those indie games kind of have teething issues like that. Indiana Jones Star for Kings, it was like a PS2 classic that got brought to the PlayStation Premium catalog. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. Shout out to John Callum because I watched his video on it and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. We got Infamous Second Son as well. Love the Infamous series, would love to see more from it. It's a shame that we've not had anything since Last Light. Intruders Hide and Seek, again, another kind of horror game that I've streamed at some point on the channel. Rarity getting kind of up there with not being as rare. We've got Lake. Oh, this game, avoid this. This is basically like a poor person's Death Stranding. Like, this is generally like you are just delivering post, like you are just an Amazon driver, like literally, and it's like it tries to add a dramatized story, and I just really didn't vibe with it. I was trying to do 30 platinums in 30 days, and I wouldn't count a double stack, but I double stacked it for some reason. We got Lara Croft Go as well. I need to do the Hitman one, but I need to get out the PS4 because it's only compatible on that. But yeah, really enjoyable, quite a high percentage though, because it's an easy game to do. Life is Strange True Colors. I hear that the sort of first couple of games are meant to be really good, but I didn't like this. I just thought the story of it was just quite cringy, to be honest with you. Especially when the brother dies at the beginning, like he just gets a boulder like doink him on the head, and I was like, oh, well, that was predictable. But yeah, it looked good and it played well. It's just a shame that I just wasn't engaged with the overall kind of like story of it. Little Nightmares 2, fantastic game, pretty easy platinum to get in my opinion as well. Would recommend it. Live Alive, however you want to say it. An underrated Square Enix game. If you've not seen or heard of this game, was it my 100th platinum or 150th platinum? We'll see the milestones. I think it was my 100th platinum, actually. We'll see the milestones at the end. But yeah, it's a Square Enix game, and you're basically playing, like, there's like 5 separate games in one game of like different storylines and stuff, and then kind of like they converge at some point, and somehow, without sort of going into, I don't know how to put it. It's just like it's all relevant, if that makes sense, and you're playing at different points of history. Really good game. Would recommend it if you've not played it. Getting the platinum for it, while it's a high percentage, it's because the people that play it are like, I would say, like diehard fans. Like, they really love it. Like, there's not many people that own it, and the people that do want to get a platinum. There's no real guides. I was like chopping and changing between using Google and also a Steam guide, I think. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, absolute dog wank. I was just so disappointed. When it said Repop, I was expecting like a really good flashy game, and it was just janky as shit for me. I felt lied to when playing that one, but it's somewhat rare. I feel like the PS3 version would probably be a better platinum to have on the list than the PS5. We got a double stack of Maneater there. It's like GTA but for sharks. Pretty straightforward platinum. Maquette puzzle game that involves speed runs. Avoid this one. I hated it. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series, somewhat enjoyable, underrated, also delisted as well. Marvel's Spider-Man 1, 2, and also Miles Morales. So yeah, really good stuff with the Spider-Man series there, quite enjoyable. Spider-Man 2 was probably the weakest entry, I thought. I was quite a big fan of Miles Morales. I really liked that one. I feel like that innovated, like where from the first one, it innovated quite well. With Spider-Man 2 just kind of innovated, but not enough for me, and it was like quite short as well, which was disappointing. Megamind Ultimate Showdown, again, one of those PlayStation 3 era games that is like a pretty straightforward platinum to get. I got it in 2 hours and 25 minutes, so probably got it in one stream, you could argue. I think it was one stream, wasn't it? Memory Lane, again, part of a challenge video. I think it was every genre. It was like educational or something that I had to get, quite a high platinum there. Metal Hellsinger, rhythm sync game, if you've not played it, quite fun. Can be really difficult if you want to crank up the difficulty, or there are like multipliers or cheat things that you can add to make your life easier. Micro Arcade Shape Swarm, again, part of my genre video, so unfortunately it's a bit of a grubby one there. Mind's Eye, we've seen me struggle with this game. I was so excited for it, and just the bag was fumbled big time. Hopefully with some patches they increase the performance, but it still doesn't take away from the bad story that it was. Video on the channel if you want to watch my thoughts on that. Minecraft, we've got a double stack of that bad boy. Absolutely love Minecraft. I prefer playing it on PC. I'm not really a fan of the way that it is on console for some reason, even though it's like very easy to do. I think if I never played the PC version, I'd be down for the way that it's optimized on consoles, but I don't know, once you play it on PC, it's just so much more freeing. And then also Minecraft Story Mode Season 1 and 2, great fun, surprisingly fun, to be honest with you, and the first season is a really rare platinum as well. But they're delisted, so you have to get them physically. Minute, again, pretty fun little game, that one. 2 hours, 2 minutes for me to do, 15%, really fun game. Mr. Masagi, this is like Tinder, basically. You're just swiping, but it's actually quite funny, despite the high percentage there. And probably one of the best games on my platinum trophy list, My Friend Peppa Pig. I would urge everyone to get this platinum. It's honestly one of the best games that you're ever going to play, and I'm not even paid to say that. Like, it generally, I just love it so much. Especially if you're playing a really difficult game, it's just nice to cleanse the palate. And it's also the same with My Little Pony, right? I'm a brony dude. Got that one twice, double stacked. I think I was going for a very stressful period of playing difficult games when these games occurred. My name is Mayo. I think everyone at this point just has that on their list for a bit of banter. Need for Speed, kind of like the 2015 one, I think. It was like almost like a reboot of it. I didn't really vibe with it, and I also, it probably explained it in the game, but it was always at nighttime, and I don't really know why it was just always at nighttime. It would have been nice to maybe see the daytime, unless there were vampires, but yeah, okay, okay game, okay platinum, a little bit grindy. Nobody Wants to Die, interesting one, quite rare. It's like cyberpunky. I got it. I got it day one. I was surprised at how good it looked for like a indie game, I'd say. I would recommend it, in fairness. It's straightforward to get as well. Omno, again, a pretty easy, straightforward platinum if you wanted to get it. There's like one trophy that's difficult. Overcooked 2. 0.9%. Again, I reviewed this on one of the trophy lists the other week, and I was just saying how much fun Overcooked 2 was, especially like if you're playing with somebody else, you can make some really great memories and see who handles the heat in the kitchen there. So it's a good challenge. Party Friends. I'm surprised at how rare this one is because it's a very easy game to get the platinum in. You're meant to play it with friends, but I just did it with 2 controllers. It was kind of difficult in stages, but not the worst in the world. PGA Tour, never played golf. I don't know anything about golf, but I played it, and it was actually quite easy to understand in the platinum and was pretty rare as well at 0.50%. Pinball Heroes, pretty generic, easy game, that one. Pinkman Plus, again, part of a video, that's why it's quite a high percentage there. PJ Masks Hero of the Night, 1.90%. I'm surprised that kids game is as rare as it is. I thought it'd be like high, like Peppa Pig and My Little Pony, but apparently not. Okay game if you're looking for something pretty simple to cleanse the palate. Promesa, enjoyable game. I think it's like, is it like by an Italian or Spanish dev, and it's basically them telling the story, I think, of their grandfather that's got dementia, so it's kind of like their memories and stuff. It's quite like a nice, it's a nice artwork game piece that I would recommend you experience, and it's got a platinum. Puzzle Drop Carnival, again, straightforward, easy, free game to get. Quiz Fizz United Kingdom, again, part of a video, almost 100% completion, yuck. Rage 2, 1.80%, mid game. I thought it was okay. Kind of just ended, and I was like, oh, was that it? Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 did an auto pop there, whoopsie. And Resident Evil 5 as well, did that in May, so last month with Nostromo as well. We will be doing Resident Evil 6 live streams at some point in the future as well, and getting that platinum. I need to go back and clean up 7, 8, and also 4, because I've like done them, but I need to go back and sort of do the like subsequent runs because they take a lot of time. Probably Resident Evil 2 was the longest to do because it was, I think it's a 6 out of 10 difficulty. But 5 was like pretty enjoyable, pretty grindy at the same time though. Robocop Rogue City, again, fairly rare platinum trophy, or yeah, fairly rare-ish platinum trophy to get. I would say it needed to be a little bit shorter though, because like 10 hours is a bit too long, got kind of repetitive. We've got Rocket League as well, played this a lot again in my younger years, great fun of a game. Signalis, very interesting horror game. I would say check it out. It's pretty easy to get the platinum in. I say easy loosely, but it's like not the most difficult. Gives you kind of like PlayStation 2, like Resident Evil sort of top-down horror weird vibes, which is cool. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, again 3.30%. I can't believe I never played this game before the Definitive Edition. Absolutely sensational game. Would recommend it. Smite 2 as well, 0.60%. This is like League of Legends, basically for console. Don't shoot me if you're into, are they MOBAs? And I'll be completely transparent. At the time of playing this, at launch, you could basically go into a bot lobby and just do the trophy, so I just grinded it out. It still took me time to do, but I got it the coward's way, should we say. South Park Snow Day, that was the last game I did in the 24-hour challenge. It was actually a decent-ish game. It was just kind of like some of the trophies required RNG and hard reset, so it just really, really messed up the platinum run. like for that challenge, because I was on like pace to get potentially one of the fastest in the world at like 6 to 8 hours, but things just went wrong and wrong and wrong and things like that, and I just, yeah, it unfortunately didn't work out. But South Park, The Fractured Butthole, and Stick of Truth, obviously the two better games out of the free South Park games that exist. Spec Ops: The Line, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Fantastic game. Fubar isn't that bad if you're a skilled like shooter person, if you're into them. Couple of difficult missions, but it's definitely not the worst in the world. Really enjoyable. Star Wars Republic Commando. I didn't really vibe with this one. I know a lot of people like it, but I just didn't really vibe with it. Stranded Deep, again, there's a bit of an exploit. You could just join someone's world, and I happened to join a world and get the Platinum Trophy pretty much instantly. Super rare, but it's been patched. Stray, amazing, amazing little cat game. Definitely, if you've not played it, why haven't you? Suicide Guy, this game was absolute arse cheeks. It was one of those like ads that you always see on Twitter, and I was like, this game isn't real. And then I saw it on PlayStation and was like, oh my god, it is real. I thought it was a scam, and it was definitely a scam with my time. I would not recommend that. Tacoma, again, I didn't like this one. It's very, you can get the platinum quickly by like setting up all the trophies so they pop instantly, but I just thought it was a bad game. Tales from the Borderlands, surprisingly good, and my only entry to the Borderlands series. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, again, I kind of struggled with this one. It's pretty easy to kind of cheese in parts and use like modifiers, but I was still just very bad at it. Tekken 7 and 8, again, enjoyable games. I've got videos on the channel of both of these, and one of the videos is can I platinum Tekken 8 in under 8 hours or in 8 hours, and kind of giving away the spoiler of that one, but watch it, it's a good video. Great games as well. We've got Telling Lies up next. Can't remember this one too much, but I think it was enjoyable. I honestly just can't remember it, but it's somewhat rare. Terminator Salvation, back on PS3. Absolutely love this game. Wasn't expecting it to be third-person shooter, like rail shooter, and it was so good. Terminator Resistance Enhanced, though, wasn't a fan of that. It just felt like a B-Tech knockoff version of Fallout. Like, it just wasn't good. By the same people that made Robocop, so kind of disappointed in that, in all honesty. The Artful Escape, I'm always going to sing high praises of this game. It's really, really fun, really short. Obviously a higher percentage, but great, great fun. We've got The Black Within as well. Again, I think I got a creator code for this one. I can't remember. I think it. Actually, no, I do remember this one. This was a very short horror game. And there were some quite good jump scares in it, but it's quite an easy platinum to get. I do think there is a video on my channel still of that game. Elder Scrolls Skyrim, sensational, lived it, loved it. I need to at some point do the Oblivion remake or remaster, because that would be quite fun to do. The Expanse, Telltale's worst game ever, Avoid with a barge pole. Pretty rare though. But there's like missables in it. The Gardens Between, again, a nice little indie puzzle platformer game that's quite fun to do, would recommend it. The Grinch Christmas Adventures, I love this game. This was part of the 24-hour live stream, so as I got into December, thought I was going to get a Christmas game. Chef's kiss, amazing, amazing game. Last of Us Part 1, I did this on Grounded. Even though there's no trophy for it, I still streamed it on Grounded. It was great fun. Would definitely recommend doing Part 1. I'm in the process of working through The Last of Us Part 2 remaster as well, but I just need to do a second playthrough. We've got The Light in the Darkness as well. Again, very quick platinum, very educational game that touches on some sensitive issues. We've got The Order 1886 up next as well. I can't believe how good this game looks for its age as well, which is pretty cool. We got The Sims 4 as well. 0.20%. I think I downloaded some cloud saves within the game to help speed up some trophies on that one. It's like I thought I could get the platinum quicker than I did, and I just ended up still taking a long time to do it, so I shot myself in the foot. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, again, once you kind of know about the game, it kind of loses its wow factor, but it's interesting and pretty rare. Shout out to the people that actually are waiting 10 years to get the platinum for that trophy. The Walking Dead New Frontier, again, Telltale games. Like, I think this was my first platinum, one of my first platinums, The Walking Dead on PS3. Amazing, amazing game. Broke my heart as well. And then I've also got the definitive series of the Telltale games as well. And then I've got Walking Dead Destinies, which is quite infamous. I've got a video on the channel of that one. It gets clowned a lot. I don't think it was as bad as people made out. It was bad, but it was like, if you enjoy The Walking Dead, it's definitely a good laugh to play like the what ifs. And then as well, The Walking Dead Survival Instinct. Shout out to my boy Norman Reedus. It is one of those ones that, like, I was so hyped for when it came out on PS3. Then when you revisit it, like, it's not great. It's not great. But again, if you're a Walking Dead fan, you would enjoy it. It just, I think the platinum trophy is what gets you because it's like RNG based. But again, I've got a video on the channel if you're interested in watching me suffer for the survival instinct. You got the Wolf Among Us as well. Fantastic, fantastic game. Would recommend it. Another Telltale. Tom Clancy's The Division as well. Chef's Kiss, played this with one of my best mates. We absolutely loved it. Then I got the second one, and then we just didn't play it. I don't think he even got the second one. But I do want to get the platinum for The Division too, because I do like the games. Trenches as well. It's quite a scary horror game, but you can get the platinum really quickly. Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. Again, another platinum video on the channel of this one. Quite mixed opinions on just looking at the dislikes I got on it. I think I titled it like "This Platinum Was Illegal." Committing tax evasion in a game, of course, but people didn't really bite that one. The video, if you wanted to check it out, 12 minutes. Pretty stacked voice acting cast as well with this one. Quite enjoyable, reasonably length or short, you could say, for a decent percentage. We got Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and then we've got 4, but it's included in this collection. So it's got Uncharted 4, and then also the Lost Legacy in that as well. So it's like 2 games that you have to 100% to then get 1 platinum, which is kind of annoying and quite long. But a great series if you've never played them, would recommend. Undertale, again, very fun game, enjoyed it. Shocked me how much I'd like it. A little double stack there of Unpacking, again, a nice little cozy game. Waifu Impact 1, again, done that one as a bit of a meme. And then Waifu Impact 2, did this one on the 24-hour live stream, and there weren't any guides on it, and it was quite confusing. I ended up reading a Spanish guide, and that actually helped me get the platinum in it of where to go, because they just, like with any sequel, they just unnecessarily made everything bigger, and it was just so much more difficult to do, especially on a time constraint. Watch Dogs as well. Again, I really liked the first Watch Dogs game. I thought it was quite unique and quite fun. And then we got What Remains of Edith Finch. Again, pretty fun game, I'd say. Quite impactful imagery and themes in that one, so would recommend it. A bit like Marmite though. And then we've got Wreckfest, which was my first video on the rebrand of the channel 2 years ago now, which is absolutely crazy. I've been in this game for that long. I need to retire soon, but 0.90% there, so it's a pretty rare platinum trophy to get. All right, let's take a little look-see look at my milestones then before we wrap up this video. So my PlayStation account is 15 years old, so I was 10, I think, when I started playing games, or at least trophy hunting, this shows. My first trophy, for some reason, was actually in Prototype and FIFA 10, but for some reason I don't have timestamps on those games, so I probably could have been trophy hunting even before that, but for some reason that's the only trophy that's registered, despite me having older games. But yeah, let's just go 15 years because I don't know the exact dates. First trophy was then Uncharted 2, but my first platinum trophy, as I said, was The Walking Dead 13 years ago. My 10th platinum trophy was Uncharted 2. Wow, I didn't even realize that 9 years ago. Wow, I actually, honestly, 9 years. Oh my, where does the time go? That's so shocking because I remember doing it, but like I wasn't into trophy hunting at all when I did it. And for my 10th platinum, that's an interesting milestone. Didn't even think of it. Um, no, ignore that. Game of Thrones was my 20th platinum. My 30th platinum was Goat Simulator. 40th platinum, South Park: The Fractured Butthole. Fastest platinum was an auto pop on Resident Evil. 50th platinum, Telling Lies. My 75th platinum, A Day Without Me. And then my 100th platinum was Live Alive. Some awful milestones, by the 100th there. My 125th platinum was Deadpool. Okay, you can sell the game now. So this is where I was like more into YouTube here, from like the 100th platinum onwards. Like I was making my milestones like something memorable that I streamed. Likewise with the Hannah Montana movie being my 150th. 175th platinum, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and then I kept it sweet with over 9,000 for Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi as my 200th platinum. And I've got 109 ultra rares, 422 very rare trophies. FIFA 20 and 19 and Black Ops 2 sit in the like rarest trophy sections. And then in my trophy cabinet, as you can see, I've got the COD Classic, Ultimate Tenkaichi, Deadpool, Spec Ops: The Line, and then also Alien vs Predator. I will try and get this platinum at some point, but this is like a 2011 game, and some of like it's got a very difficult campaigns to do on Nightmare, but it also had online trophies that I did, wow, a year ago now, in almost a year ago, back in 2024, was putting together like sessions, and it took so long to get these trophies, like getting XP in the ranked matches, like ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous to get. And then I know some people like looking at the overall stats as well. So these are my kind of stats, as you can see. I'm a pretty consistent trophy hunter, you could say. Um, and yeah, just the look of the so majority of them are common and uncommon, unfortunately. So probably not the most impressive list there. There's probably like a lot of rubbish on there, I would say. But that is my platinum trophy list, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed. 54% completion rate, obviously not the best in the world. And when I reflect at my own list, I don't think it's that great, to be honest with you. I think I could do a lot more and get a lot better games. It's obviously I'm stuck with it. Like I'm never changing the account. Obviously, I've had it since I was a kid, so it's kind of like and what I did used to do as a child was I would play a game and then I'd just pop 1% in it. So I here no, not that. That's a bad example. Um Sorry, if I scroll all the way like down to when I was like not look, so Borderlands 2 1%, Metro Last Light 1%, Resogun 1%. So basically I just had this weird fetish of trying to get as many games on my account as possible just by popping a trophy then leaving it. No idea why I did that. And obviously now the completionist in me, somewhat completionist in me, is like, why on earth did you do that? But that's been my trophy list, everybody. So if you've enjoyed me reviewing my own trophy list, I appreciate I'm not streaming this week, so hopefully that's tied you through for this like weekly episode. If you do want to get your platinum trophy list reviewed, make sure to join the Discord or submit it down in the comments below. Again, I think my list is probably quite mid. There's nothing really extraordinary on there by bar like a couple of games that were quite difficult. But as always, I hope you enjoyed, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like if you found it exciting. Actually, no, was it exciting? No, probably not. Just drop a like or a dislike. I don't really care too much. Comment for the algorithm, obviously helps me out. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and turn on the notifications to make sure you never miss a live stream, because I also do play games bar doing the trophy list reviews. But with all of that said, everyone, thank you for watching. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.